Hey guys, and welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. In this video today we are yet again looking at the NES core, the Nintendo Entertainment System core for the Analogue Pocket. Now the Analogue Pocket has two NES cores available via OpenFPGA. One of them is by Spiritualized and the other one is a port of the MiSTerFPGA core which has been ported over by Ⅎ𝒾𝓈𝓈 𝒩ℴ𝓋𝒶. Now the Spiritualized core already runs FDS Famicom Disk System games, but the Ⅎ𝒾𝓈𝓈 one doesn't, but that doesn't stop Terminator 2K2, who's made a few revisions or added some revisions to this core to add more compatibility. Previously, we had a look at NSF compatibility, which is NES sound format. They're music files, so you can essentially play the soundtrack from many different games, and it was fun. This functionality is already available on the Spiritualized core, but not the Ⅎ𝒾𝓈𝓈. Now, the new functionality is Famicom Disk System. It's not a system I'm too familiar with. I know there's a couple of exclusive games. We'll have a look at one, and maybe there were some differences obviously being in Japanese language, and they didn't get fully or properly translated, especially when it came to Castlevania 2. That game has a better translation on the Famicom Disk System, the Japanese version, than the normal like USA or European version. This game here is Goonies, and for the whole part it's a lot of fun. I want to give you guys a warning. This video does contain some flashing lights, so if you're sensitive you might want to turn this off now. But let's have a look at this and let's see what Terminator 2K2 has tweaked with Ⅎ𝒾𝓈𝓈 core. I have to say one thing here, as this is my first experience with the Famicom Disk System. Like, I played a bit of NES, but I have more nostalgia for the 16-bit era than the 8-bit era. But I really do like this intro here. So Nintendo, please set disk card, and for the whole part it's very charming. You got Mario and Luigi running down there, flicking lights on and off, and then whenever they do, it changes color a little bit. Really good, really fun, and I think it's the same one every time you boot up a game, but yeah, it definitely has its charm. Look, when he jumps up there, it changes into a lovely neon looking color. So taking it at face value, Super Mario Bros. 3, or is it Super Mario Bros. 2? I think it's called like the Forgotten Levels or something. Guys, this game is insane. Now, this is on the Famicom Disk System. It may well be on the NES as well, but this is my first experience with it. And honestly, I think this will be my first and last experience. I'm bad enough at normal Mario Bros. Games. This one here, just wow. It is crazy difficult, but I guess some people like it. You like Mario games, you want to give yourself a challenge, this will give you that challenge. So let's talk a little bit about the core and what has Terminator 2K2 done. So previously, when he added NSF support to Ⅎ𝒾𝓈𝓈 core, he made it so it was free versions of the core. And what happened, depending on, so two of them selected different mappers, so depending on what game you picked, the correct version of the core or the corresponding core was picked. You don't notice anything as the end user. Everything just works. Let's say Super Mario Bros. 1 works with one set of mappers on one core. It will load that core seamlessly. You won't even know. Then say Super Mario Bros. 2 worked with the other core. It will just load that for you. Then when you ran NSF files, what would happen? It would run a third version of the core. Now there's a fourth version implemented specifically for Famicom Disk System. So that just plays that. So essentially, you've got 4 cores in one, and it's picking stuff according to what you are selecting. A sound file, a Famicom Disk System game, a particular NES game that works with a specific mapper. So it's really good, and it all happens under the hood. Now, I can't distribute this at the moment because, well, Terminator can't distribute it at the moment because he can't find a way of separating some files that are protected by copyright, so I can't provide a link or anything to the share. But stay tuned to the channel, stay tuned to any of my social media. If this does become available, I will make sure I let you guys know. So naturally, I wanted to load some Castlevania. And what was really interesting, this is something I've never seen on the NES, but as you go to a now loading, it's actually now loading. And if I remember correctly, here you go, insert disk side B, but it automatically does everything for you. Castlevania is still Castlevania. It feels like the original Castlevania. The soundtrack is there. It is just absolutely banging. So yeah, let's listen to some Castlevania soundtrack because it is one of the best gaming soundtracks of all time. So this here apparently is an exclusive game to the Famicom Disk System, and it's called ℒ𝒾𝓈𝓈. Kind of reminds me of like maybe a predecessor to Choo Choo Rocket, but only because ℒ𝒾𝓈𝓈 sounds like Choo Choo Rocket. You get what I'm saying here? Very, very kind of similar, if not very, very different at the same time. So guys, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm some kind of fish. I pull out a little grappling arm, I rotate around, but apparently doing like a Google search, this was one of the exclusive games, so I thought I would add it to the video. And hey, there's a cherry. I love cherries. So guys, I am going to wrap up the video here. Here we are looking at Bomberman and the earlier Bomberman games. Bomberman looks really, really funny. I kind of prefer him more. I first kind of got to grips and first played Bomberman on like the Super Nintendo and to some extent on the PC Engine. So going back like to the NES one, he just looks very, very different. So I don't really have the nostalgia for this, but hey, Bomberman is a big franchise and it's something that I wanted to show. So guys, in essence, this is really, really good. Love the work that everyone involved does, from the origin of this core being from the MiSTerFPGA, everyone that brought it over to the MiSTerFPGA, then Ag's work for bringing this over to the Analogue Pocket, and then Terminator 2K2 always adding tweaks and changes to it. One thing, in case I didn't mention it, currently in the version I have, saves don't work, but save states do. So if I wanted to save here, I could do a save state and go back to it, but if I wanted to do like a normal save, it doesn't work here. Naturally, Terminator 2K2 always keeps working on this stuff, looking to improve stuff, and it's just absolutely amazing that he's got a combo of 4 different versions of the core that do different things, but you will never know that because it just does everything seamlessly. I did put out previous versions of the core with Terminator 2K's help. They were available, shared on like various Discords and over on Metal Game Solid, but unfortunately this one at the moment I can't share due to not being able to remove some items that are protected by copyright. So hopefully if Terminator 2K2 can resolve that, I can get this out there. Do keep an eye on this video, because if we are sharing it or distributing it, then it will be on a pinned comment and in the description to this video. So guys, with this, I bid you farewell. Have a freaking awesome day, night, wherever you are. Be awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.